It was brought up, so I'm going to mention it. The second crossing somehow came into play in this question. That's never going to happen, you guys. A second crossing built within 8 years is nothing more than a flashy campaign promise that ignores all the deficient infrastructure needs that we have in this community presently and have had for 2 decades. So it's not the way forward, and don't be fooled by that. That's a flashy promise.
Because you've now introduced the matter of crossing, and it is a large item in the Conservative platform, I believe this opportunity or this matter deserves a rebuttal from both other candidates. If you'd like to address the issue, Mr. McCall or Ms. Smith.
Well, what I would say is I don't agree with Stephen on this one. I think that in the time frame it takes to actually develop the plan and execute and get input from all invested parties, cities, and so on, and regional district and all this, we already have issues right now in our Highway 97 congestion, these types of things. We're gonna have to do something, I would say, to alleviate that, because it's going to take time to build a bridge, whether you do it today, whether you do it in 5 years, whether you do 10, 20 years. But if we're looking at the kind of projection we're expecting, I mean, it's a beautiful place. Tourists come here. It's a big destination. People are wanting to move here. I've talked to the mayor of Peachland, the mayor of West Kelowna. They're expecting growth. Do we do it now? Do we start looking at it now, or do we do it 20 years from now and just kick the can down the road? I think having a conversation and looking into this is definitely worthwhile, and I think it's important. And I can say I've gone to over 10,000 houses now, door knocking throughout the riding. I've talked to a lot of people, and the highway congestion and regional issues in terms of highway is an issue. So do we just kick it down the road and wait 10, 15, 20 years to address it? Or do we start looking at the issue now before it gets even worse?
Okay, so the Ministry of Transportation has recently done a study saying that this will not be alleviating much congestion in the cities on either side of the bridge. So I don't think it's the right promise for people right now. I think we need to invest money into services that matter for people, like housing and healthcare.
Yeah, I'll just respond to it quickly. So Highway 97 is a provincial highway that runs, it's the main corridor through our community. On this riding, West Kelowna Peachland, we have at-graded intersections at almost every crossing on Highway 97. It's extremely dangerous. We see a lot of incidents occur at these crossings. We have been lobbying as not just a city, but a regional district and Peachland as well for these intersection improvements for decades. Currently, we have Westlake Road, which is by the Cal Tire, and we have Bushery Road by the Friends Pub in for preliminary design with the province, with Ministry of Transportation. They're actually at land negotiation stage on the Bushery property. Those are going to be full interchanges, just like you see at Sneena Road as you kind of cross over to Westside Road. That's what we need across this community, and those investments take a significant amount of time to come to the community. We have intersections at Bartley, which is the one beyond, and then Daimler. Daimler's a very strategic intersection that's very dangerous. We have a middle school on one side and a high school on the other side, and we have kids crossing there every single day at an at-grade controlled intersection on Highway 97. These are priorities that come into play long before a second crossing. Does it mean we don't plan for a second crossing? We should know where that location is. And I'll give you a little bit of background here too. In 2015-16, I was on the second corridor crossing study with the Ministry of Transportation and Fire Chief Brolin as a representative for West Kelowna. We had identified 3 crossings on a map at that point, and the reason it was shut down at the time was because the municipalities weren't on board. This promise that has been made without consultation of the regional district, City of West Kelowna, West Bank First Nation, or the City of Kelowna. We have to know where that crossing is and identify the opportunity so that we can accommodate community planning to achieve that purpose. But in the meantime, we need a corridor that moves safely and efficiently. We have a bridge that allows a 3rd lane going northbound, and with a pedestrian cantilever that can be added. It was designed for that. And there's opportunities to remove lights on the Harvey end of Kelowna. So there's a lot of options that we can do to reduce congestion and get people moving. And it's about safety, and it's about not ignoring the priorities we have in front of us right now.